Hey guys, it's me, Phoenix, and I sound better. I feel better, but I'm still kind of a little lethargic. But listen, you can hear my voice. It still sounds muffled and crazy. But anyway, I hope all is well with you guys. Please do me a favor, like, share, subscribe. Hit the bell notification to be notified when I post a new video. I love you guys. I appreciate your support. I appreciate everybody who's taken time out to request a personal read with me. I've gotten them back to you, and I've got nothing but good feedback, and I really enjoy that. I enjoy that. You guys trusting me to, you know, trust me with your money first of all, and trust me with your energy second of all. But there you have it. Do me a favor again, like, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification to be notified when I post a new video. We're going to pull from the evolution of the soul deck because we are evolving. Everything that we've been through, ancestral, yes, clearing ancestral agreements, pain, trauma, limiting beliefs, imprints, things that have been imprinted on your belief system, healing ancestral line and future, and future. So we're healing the karmic past that we have going on. So far, the Native American come out. I'm Native American. So there you have it. That just lets you know. And even if you're not, we're still healing. We're healing even though there's all these laws being passed. We're still trying to keep our playfulness when it comes to us moving forward, being a playful and respected leader. Of course, you guys know I play all day. I enjoy laughing. I enjoy my silly. I enjoy my singing, my crazies, and everything else. We have to learn to enjoy the crazy things about us, or the little things that people take for granted, and that's how we adapt to situations. And so, seeking answers. We have all been seeking answers, exploring metaphysical and esoteric fields. That's where we are right now, in search for answers and truth. It says the beginning of your spiritual path. So that is what we're on. And that's the reason why me and you connect. We connect in a Pleiadian. Listen, you understand polarity and balance. Here to help the human race evolve, challenger of social norm. So I challenge all the social norms, just to let you know, because I'm just like that. So Pleiadian is something that you should understand why we are visiting and trying to heal from the ancestral karma that has been placed upon us. Ego self. Now, it says dismantling the ego is a crucial step. So it takes for you. And when I say, okay, to me, the ego is like, with again, the Five of Swords energy, which is an unwinnable situation, some type of sneaky energy or defeat, knowing that, you worry about the things that people say. So dismantling the ego is not caring what somebody says about your playfulness, about how you decide to change your belief system, about how you raise your family, how you maintain your home, and being a spiritual leader. So we're going to get to that. But the biggest block to your true self is ego. And that is what everybody has to learn in this thing called life. The ego plays a huge part in how we see things, how we care about people portraying us or seeing us in a different light. And it's like, fuck them. We don't care. We are going to do and be in love, and seek the answers and change our belief systems, and not do the social norms like we did when we were younger, because we were so busy trying to people please, respectfully, but trying to be in everybody's good graces. And we're just like, you know what, fuck it, we can't do it no more. We have to get to that center ground of who we are and realize that we're assets, not liabilities. And it's a reason why we keep rising from the ashes, because our playfulness, our wittiness, our ability to adapt to situations, to even go with the flow and to deal with bullshit, is the way that we are able to love and to be who we are. So again, you must explore the nature of the ego. You have to sit back and look and see. Look up the definitions. I'm always looking up definitions of ego. When I was exploring the esoteric or tarot, I had to actually really understand what each card meant in order for me to go on and to even understand for myself, not even for you guys, but for myself, for me to get to that point to where it's like, oh, okay, because there's Bible verses, there's all types of things. And no, I'm not comparing apples to oranges. I'm not comparing, but I'm saying if you hear something and you don't understand it, then it's that saying, um, give me a fish and I'll have food for a day. Teach me to fish and I'll have food for a lifetime. Show me and then I'll understand the concept of whatever it is. But you get what I'm saying. And again, I'm always at my phone trying to understand and learn different things. And I'm not perfect and I'm not a teacher to where I feel comfortable enough with letting you or telling you something, but not getting you to understand where it is. And so that's just me all day, whatever. So, again, must explore the nature of your ego. That is where you have to understand and be able to ground yourself. And it's not necessarily the nature of your ego, it's of how you do things and how you feel when things happen. When you understand that, having the insight and knowledge, Five of Cups energy, to understand what's causing you sadness, Seven of Swords, the having clarity on your insecurities, those things about yourself is how you move forward, how you find a way out of hurt, heartbreak. Those are the lessons of life that we have to trust in ourselves. The Two of Swords energy, the indecisions, the solutions in the difficult situations, being able to trust in our decisions on why we felt the need to stay. It doesn't matter how long you stayed. In some cases, we beat ourselves up for it. But if we understand that ancestral trauma or agreements and us clearing it and the pain, the trauma, the limiting beliefs that we have imprinted. Hold on, I'm about to cough, but hold on. And sorry, okay, I'm back. The reason why I say we're all taught this is because, listen and understand this: the ancestral trauma or the ancestral agreements, the pain, the trauma, the limiting beliefs that have been imprinted on us. And when I say imprinted, because that's what it says here, but when I see it being imprinted, it's us being taught the things. If we didn't know what happened 20 years ago to a family member, that wouldn't be imprinted in our head. If we didn't know how our parents, argued or the reason why they divorced, or the betrayal or things like that, that's all imprinted on us. That's all put into this thing called life. And as we grow, we are afraid to, our fears and our belief system start to change because we get scared after the first time we get hurt. But if you guys know, there are hopeless romantics out there, people who don't care how many times they can start over with a new person. And that is how we should be, but we're not, because of the fact that we hold on to that pain. And that is where we have to change that ego self from that situation. But this all comes with us wanting to build a home and family, building a loving home, a sense of a strong sense of family obligation and a fulfillment through family. But when we realize, and based upon the past, okay, we don't want to leave because, or we want to give to our kids because our parents didn't give to us, but we want to leave, or stay in a situation because our parents divorced at this age, when we were this age and we felt this way, we felt lonely. I mean, those types of things are the things that have been imprinted on us, and therefore we try to fulfill things through our family upbringing, if that makes sense. And so, being a spiritual leader, it says, destined to become a spiritual elder, meaning you're teaching high priestess energy, something that can be understood through experience. But, excuse me, I kind of, okay, so I had like a midlife crisis. I wouldn't call it a midlife crisis. I will call it me exploring what it was that I'm capable, everybody is capable of doing. And that is sometimes walking away from things and letting go of things. We hold on to baggage all day. That's from holding on to old clothes that we know we're not going to wear, holding on to items because we feel like it meant something. Those items and those clothes and those things like that and the songs were moments in time, but the songs are different from the clothes and the baggage that we carry around us. That's why Erica Badu, if you ask me, created Bag Lady, because that Bag Lady song is like, you going to hurt your back. Carrying all those burdens. That's just how I see that. And I never understood it until I got to really carry a lot of burdens. And, when 5 years ago, I just said, you know what? I let it all go. I let it all go literally. Besides my kids, I had my stuff in storage. I packed it up and I moved to a different state. It took a lot. And then I read, my friend sent me something the other day, and it said, hold on. And that's why I say, and ever since I do not look back. I do not look back when it comes to what and how I've done things in the past. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. It says, I don't care what nobody says. If you got up, left your hometown, and built a life somewhere else, you're a goat. Because the mental capacity it takes to do this the mental capacity it takes to do this will fold. It says you have to miss your family, start a new business or a new job, in a new place you know nothing about. The tears sometimes feeling like you made the wrong choice. You don't know about new people you meet. It says who's who or what's what. You had to figure it all out, but you made it happen. You started from scratch and made it. You deserve a trophy. Be proud of yourself for trusting God and stepping out on faith. You're the real MVP. Keep pushing forward. That was something that was on, I think, a Facebook. I think it was a Facebook post or something like that. But I felt like, you know what? I thought about it and I said, yes, I did do that. And then guess what? The majority of my family came and they're here years later, right? Because I mean, it's something about being in a situation to where nobody knows you. There is always ways to start over in a clean slate, to start over. And it wasn't about me running from a person. Kind of. It was running from that negative energy that was surrounding me. And it wasn't just necessarily a person, place, thing, or a situation. It was me needing a change. And once I did that, I don't look back. And I feel like everybody should have to do that once upon a time. And it's scary as hell because I cried. I cried the whole drive. I cried because it was like the what ifs weren't in my brain anymore. It was just like, what I was saying to myself is, what if I have to go back? Well, you got to go back. It's okay because you got to go back, but at least you know that you tried something different. And that is where seeking the answers at of where you are right now is where, it's like, okay, no, you got to stay in this place because your family is here. No, you don't. No, you don't. You got to go to school because your family no, you don't. You do what you want to do, and that's you changing your belief system, and that's your ego self shedding as you keep moving forward and realizing that there is nothing wrong with the way that you believe. You don't have to wake up next to or near your family. You can always call them. That's why we have phone calls. I mean, that's why we have phone. That's why we have FaceTime. That's why we have internet. We have all these different things that have been created for us to be able to start and do something different. There is so many resources out there. You just have to be able to look them up and find them. That's just it. So a spiritual leader is using your intuition, high priestess energy, easily discern truth from illusion. Your illusion of you and the ancestor. I'm not going to say it's not. I'm not going to say it's an illusion, respectfully. I'm going to say, but the trauma, the pain, the limiting beliefs that have been imprinted on you, you can't do this because of that. You can't move from here because of that. Your family name, no, it doesn't. Nope, I'm sorry. So easily discern truth from illusion. That is what you have to do. And sometimes that's the magician energy of you manifesting something different. You don't have to. And that's the things. The high priestess energy is harm, secrets, and hidden agendas. Sometimes those things are kept to scare you. It's like fear mongering. That's the reason why I say to read the four agreements in the game of life and how to play it. The four agreements tells you a lot of the stuff that we go through has been imprinted on us. Same thing that's right here, but it's like, if you don't do this, you're going to get reprimanded. If you do this, you're going to get reprimanded. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. And so why not try something new? So non-judgmental is what we are when it comes to dealing with people. We're non-judgmental until we have to judge. And then that's when we have to pull our energy back up and say, you know what? Now I got to find a different way of doing things. And now it's time for me to judge. But having unconditional love is another part of being a spiritual leader. To me, Cancer all day. But I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So again, the Pleiadian, you understand polarity and balance, here to help the human race evolve, challenger of social norms. But here's the thing, you got to be around people that complete you and not deplete you. And sometimes, until you find that tribe, you got to be around yourself. And that's just where it is. There is so many outlets and resources right now moving forward, especially with this thing called the C word. They had so many resources that you got to apply for it. You got to read, you got to find. Those are the types of things that you have to start looking at and researching. Those are the things that you should be researching when it comes to ego, when it comes to those things that you're afraid to ask for help. You have to ask for help, and sometimes it's from people that you don't know, respectfully. And that's where you're seeking answers. You're trying to figure out a way out of a situation, but sometimes that way out is away from people that you've grew up with, people that you have been accustomed to being around because they're blood, their family, their friends you grew up with. They'll always be there. Because I bet you 9 times out of 10, when you go back, they'll be there. Unless they decide to take the leap like you did and move forward, if that makes sense, respectfully. And it's nothing wrong with that. But that's the journey that you go on. And sometimes when you go on these journeys of ascending, people are like, oh, cancer's crazy. Cancer's crazy. Now we're pulling from the Ascendant Oracle because I said Ascendant. And then we're going to pull, if this is a love journey, we're going to pull from the lover's journey and why you're looking for a different way out of this situation, why you're seeking answers. The moon, talking to the... Come on, y'all. Listen to your intuition. Again, back here to the spiritual leader. Don't let anybody put their belief systems on you. And that's when you learn to understand, when you get into a certain situation to where you're trying to make everybody happy. No, you have to use your intuition. Listen to your intuition. Intense emotions, those emotions, that voice in the back of your head that's saying, self, why you do that again? Deception, hidden truth. Again, the deception and the hidden truth is where the high priestess energy comes out in reverse. When you have those blockages, because you're being deceived, but you're putting that blockage up. Proceed with caution. Your intuition is telling you to proceed with caution and not to make those same mistakes. And that's where the moon comes out at with the snakes. Yeah. See, time of healing, shed old skin, secret knowledge, jealous and envy. So the secret answers, the seeking answers is right there in front of you, but it's causing you so much sadness that you don't really want to face it. Disappointment, regret, depression, unwelcome change, because you know that the social norms, the challenger of social norms, and here to help the human race is going to cause for you to have to change, and it's sometimes unwelcomed because you're not going to get the agreements, or you're not going to get the response from the people that you want to get it from. Nobody is going to be on your side when you make this leap, and when you take this big old leap of faith to do something that's different. So if this is in regards to love, I'm going to pull from the Lover's Journeys deck to see, and then if you're in separation with your person, I'm going to see why with the Breakup Oracle deck, because I just feel like, yeah, surprises in store. See, because the unknown events coming, hidden from view, is what you don't know. And that's where the sadness comes in at, and the fear. It's disappointment. But once you take that leap, the surprise is in the store. And losing myself, this is why you started to lose yourself. And that's where the snake, the time of healing, shedding old skin, the secret knowledge, you already know. Your intuition, all of this stuff is telling you, listen to your intuition. It says sinking into fantasy, identity crisis. And that's the reason why there's room for growth, because of sadness and you're losing yourself. And then it says letting love enter, allowing yourself to feel emotional rush. So when you decide to take that leap, you'll start to feel an emotional sadness, but things will start to play out, and there will start to be assistance from people that you don't even know. There'll start to be assistance from the universe, and then you become from a cocoon to a butterfly, and that is the little caterpillar that could. And me and my baby, my pretty, we read that book every day, because you have to eat and experience different types of food and different types of fruits in order for you to grow into that caterpillar. Does that make sense? And so that's just how I see the energy. Now we're going to pull from the Breakup Oracle deck, and I need to sip some tea because I feel like I'm about to cough again, but I just feel like you need to listen to your intuition. The answers that you're seeking are right there in front of you. Sometimes it's telling you it's time to walk away. Stop losing yourself. Stop being around the jealous energies. Stop being around, sometimes it's okay to shed your skin and let love enter from different places that you normally wouldn't do. Family and home is important to you, but holding on to the limited beliefs that have been imprinted on you and the pain and the trauma and is not healthy. It's not healthy. And so you try to play your way through it with the playfulness and be happy and come around people, and at the same time they looking at you like, oh, there's crazy Cancer again, staying in something because, yeah, they're angry and you're not. I'm angry at myself sometimes, even you, for how things turned out. So this is the person that you've been dealing with. They're saying that they love you. I love you more than I have ever found a way to say to you, but they don't say it to you, and that's where the losing yourself comes in at, and only you. I'm not seeing anyone else, if that's what you're wondering. But at this point, you're letting love enter from other different places, and now they're coming to express their loves, and you're like, eesh, okay, but I'm not ready no more. I'm not ready right now. So they're angry at themselves because, again, they're realizing that everything that you said and all the things that you wanted to do to grow and build, to break the ancestral karma with them, is something that they didn't want to do with you. They wanted to do it. They didn't want to do it, and now you're moving forward to do it by yourself. And they're like, oh, Cancer is tripping, And so the type of person, I'm going to pull from the archetype deck, because you need to understand this. A lot of the people, places, and things hold us back that we're around every day. And so that is why we'll never grow unless we move forward. And a lot of people, you hear people say, everybody can't go to the top with you. Well, that's true because, a lot of people can't change their belief system. And a lot of people think they're crazy, or they just want to come around and look at you sideways for the ride. And so at this point, it takes for you to actually really open your eyes up and, and see what it is. The bottom of the deck is the bride. So it says a married woman has good qualities of a wife. Of course you do. Or husband, the woman every man wants. And it takes for you to have to realize that you are the bride. You are the quality that everybody else wants. The beggar, desperate for love and affection, a constant need for reassurance, clingy, dependent, and insecure. That's what happens when you don't really look at everything. You start to cling to situations and try to understand why it is that this person doesn't see you like that until you start losing yourself. That's where the beggar starts to come in at, because it feels like you're begging for affection, because all you want to do is this home and family life. You want that to start. So you have to understand that the playfulness starts to go away, because then you start to say, well, I've been around in this situation for far too long, and all I want is this to look like that. And then you start to try to fit and portray something that you're not, which is happy. And so the introvert, a reserved person who shows love slowly, great listener and a great observer. Of course, we listen and we observe. Very shy until they get to know the person, and then once the person gets to know you, they feel like you're crazy because they get to see your playful side, and then there comes everything else, and you start to question what it is and why you're doing things, if that makes sense. So that's kind of how I see that. Hold on one second. Let me get these other cards out. So when it comes to, you actually, getting in a different light, or seeing things in a different light, and just taking a leap of faith, like understanding what that leap of faith means. Sometimes it's separating yourself, but it's preparing for that. It's preparing for that. You have to get to the point to where you prepare for everything, but yeah, stay open-minded at the same point. Love and respect yourself. Use this time to listen to yourself and dive deep within your soul. Essentially, date yourself and enjoy the honeymoon phase. Love yourself and love will find you. So that is what you need to understand, because you are the bride. Until you get to the point to where you find somebody that's respectably, that can respect you and love you enough, it says stay open minded. Stay open minded. In order for you to recognize their potential, you've got to keep your mind open and be a little more flexible. They're not what you're used to dating. So again, if this is somebody that, isn't giving you your full potential, then you have to move forward. You have to move forward and love and respect yourself. And that's just what it is. And, at some point, you can't become a team player until, which is Three of Pentacles energy, working as a team, until you get to this point to finding yourself first. And that's just how I see it. I'm gonna pull tarot now to see what's going on. I haven't used this was my favorite deck for a while, but I haven't used it because I've been kind of letting it fall to the wayside. But we're going to pull tarot to see where you are, and then we're going to end this. I mean, I feel like what it is that you're seeking answers in a situation that, is telling you to move forward. Yeah, because you've been patient far too long. Four of Swords energy. You've been patient far too long when it comes to this situation, and therefore you need to move forward when it comes to the Four of Wands energy. The Four of Wands energy is peace, happiness, and harmonious energy. So two fours out here. Fours mean stability, fours mean stability, order, and the benefits of a solid foundation. That's what you're looking for, and that's where that home dynamic comes in at. But sometimes you have to reinvent it somewhere else. And that doesn't necessarily, because struggle is here. It doesn't necessarily mean in a different state, but you've planted your seeds. You've been patient far too long, and therefore there's been so much more struggle. Five of Pentacles. So we have Seven of Pentacles, 7 years. We have Five of Pentacles, 5 years, and then we have Lovers. This is in regards to this is in regards to a love, passion, and a union, and or doing what makes your heart happy. So now you're staying open-minded and you're moving forward, but there's been struggle here, and you've been patient. You planted your seed, and now the seed has come back to where it keeps wilting. It's not flourishing. And so with the Five of Pentacles being here, it's time for you to move forward, even though because you're gonna go into poverty if you're not already there, isolation, which is hermit mode, or fear of losing a person. And that's where you start to lose yourself, because again, you have to love and respect yourself. And that's what it keeps coming out. Unsure energy comes out with the ego. Again, ego, it landed on the ego. So Five of Swords energy, I told you before, is ego to me. An unwinnable situation, sneaking in deceitful energy, when it looks like this. This is the ego. You have three swords, but you still are going to take everybody else's swords. It's just like an unwinnable situation. And in the reverse, the Five of Swords is hate, power struggle, and ambush. You feel like you're being ambushed. So that's why you're exploring what the ego is. You have to explore to understand what the traits of the person who is angry now because you decided to change and walk away. Explore their traits and see what it is. Write it down. Write it down for you to see. Am I crazy? Am I overthinking this situation? We're going to clarify the Five of Swords energy, because again, it needs clarification, but look what all comes out. Conflict, competition, anxiety when it comes to you moving forward with confidence and trusting in yourself. So the Nine of Swords energy is anxiety, is stress, and it's hopelessness. And this is moving forward with confidence with the Chariot. So this is what you need to understand. Trust in yourself. The anxiety is coming because you're losing your confidence. You're losing yourself, which it says it right here. You're losing yourself. So you're changing the belief systems and the patterns. And it all starts with you having the insight and knowledge to know what's causing you insecurity. Clarity on that. Seven of Swords energy. Conflict, it comes out. Conflict and competition. Here it is. You're going to always be in conflict with somebody who has an ego issue. That's just how I see it. You're going to always be in conflict with somebody that has an ego issue. So we have the Five of Swords. We have the Five of Pentacles here. Fives mean change. Fives mean change, trouble, instability, and unpredictability. When it comes to opportunity, this is need clarity. Page of Cups energy, the opportunity, the invitation, and affection in the upright. In the reverse is relationship problems, oversensitivity, and misunderstandings. So the conflict and competition is coming because there is a lot that, I was clarifying this with that. So that's where that came out. There is a lot, When faced with a difficult situation, be impartial. Carefully evaluate your options with a rational mind. King of Swords energy. This is being able to solve a problem in the upright. But in the reverse is sneakiness, is irony, and is cynicism. Same as the energy of the Five of Swords energy. And so that just lets you know that the clarity comes with you not being able to make a decision. And at one point, you didn't want to take a leap. The Fool energy. You know, the full energy is a new beginning, innocence, and being spontaneous. But in the reverse is recklessness, fearlessness, and risk. You were afraid to take a risk when it came to dealing with this ego person until you realized that the limited beliefs that you're putting, or the imprinted beliefs that you have in regards to not being the best family that you need to be for yourself, is where it comes with not being successful, because you're doubting this. The Six of Wands energy is victory, success, and good news in the upright, but in the reverse is delay, punishment, and excess pride. You feel like you're going to be punished for wanting more for your family, and then comes the Two of Wands energy, which is travel, plans, and new ideas. You're moving forward. Again, I told you it takes for you to move out of your environment, to shed your old skin, to look and seek for the answers and use your intuition, and to get rid of these and clear the ancestral agreements that people have said. But that's the cycles that you have to go through. Wheel of Fortune energy. That's the cycles. That's the fate that has to happen. That's the unpredictability of you taking that leap and moving forward with confidence, so that you won't have to have those sleepless nights anymore. And that's how I see that, if that makes sense. Let me go ahead and clarify the home and family. I'm going to clarify the home and family, and then I might pull one more deck, and then we're going to end it. We're 30 minutes into it. Yeah, home and family comes. Yep. Overthinking. Overthinking and knowing that you need to move in a different direction. You need to see things in a new direction. Three of Wands energy. You need to be grateful and happy for your home and family that you've built, because you know that your offspring, same thing, offspring, kids, home and family that you built, is causing you to overthink why you need to move forward for yourself. I'm going to clarify the overthinking card. You planted your seed. You planted your seed. Yep. Look, sorry. The Knight of Wands energy, my Drake energy. Listen, the home and family. You only live once. Be bold, be fearless, do what you love. And so, therefore, at the bottom of the deck, stop juggling this energy, and you have to end it. And sometimes you realize that you have more options, and being a hangman is going to stop you from getting to your rewards. But the completion will let you know that yesterday is history. Tomorrow's a mystery. The only thing that's real is the present moment. So enjoy. Your belief system has to change. And then the consequences of your actions, changing it, and having a realization with the judgment energy that you have to be defensive, and also understand that there's hope and victory and being victorious, and also using your intuition when it comes to new opportunities, when you walk away and move forward, movement, communication, and go into hermit mode in order to realize that people don't want to work with you as a team. They have self-destructive patterns, and you just want a happy life, happy wife. It all begins with you, Cancer, Queen of Cups energy. Be someone who makes everyone feel important. Look them through their eyes, make them feel understood. But the Queen of Pentacles energy is also letting you know that a loving family is one of the greatest blessings in life. Protect and care for them no matter what. Sometimes that no matter what is losing yourself into this situation called love, and not really start to trickle down, and not pay more attention to what's important, and that's family. And that's you manifesting something different and walking away again, and finding a way out with heartbreak, seeking liberation, and finding a way out from heartbreak. And there you have it. Sometimes the memories aren't enough. You have to move forward in order to have your Ace of Wands. Be courageous. Go after your desires and be positive. And also follow your heart. There you have it. So I feel like that's good. I'm going to go ahead and pull from the crystal deck and move forward with this energy. I got to rest again because now I'm tired. The Tanzanite comes out. Spiritual connection, your intuition, meditation, and awareness. This deals with your crown chakra, your spirituality, your selflessness, and your wisdom. Having the knowledge to know. Your third eye is your intuition, perception, and understanding. And your throat chakra is your communication, the ability to express yourself and trust in yourself. Again, trust. It says, I can access inner wisdom and spiritual realms. Always remember that. That's where the ancestral situation is happening, and seeking knowledge from the esoterica. And it's also the beginning of your spiritual, what does it say? Spiritual search. And so that's where you are right now, the Tanzanite. So again, let's let this old energy go. I now let go of worn out conditions of lack, doubt, hate, negativity, procrastination, stagnation, sadness, generational curses, debt, bad energies, heartbreak, bad health, and addictions. And remember, addictions can be to a person, place, thing, or a situation. I love you guys.